back, everybody. A little George W. Bush quote on me right there. I think I got clips saying it. Do you remember that? Now watch this drive. Anyway, let's continue on.
All right, good morning to you. Okay, so we're going to go down to the Toronto Harbor right now because there's another sign that spring is here. The start of the navigation season kicks off this morning. And so what happens is the top hat ceremony. Every year around this time, the first captain, I believe it's the captain of the first ship into the harbor, gets a beaver top hat. And we're going to be welcoming right now Toronto's harbor master to chat with us about this, Angus Armstrong. Hi, Angus. How you doing?
Very good. Wonderful morning this morning.
I was going to say, instead of top of the morning, top hat of the morning to you, Mr. Armstrong.
Yeah, we call it top hat. It's actually called the beaver hat ceremony. It's an actual original beaver hat brought in. It's almost 200 years old. Now, we don't give it to the captains anymore because it used to be the key to the city, but we found that they had a tendency to fill it with beer and things like that. So what we do is I presented it to them.
Now, a lot of people don't. In fact, where's the hat? Can we see the hat?
The coveted hat.
There it is.
So this is the hat right here.
And that's 200 years old.
Yes, and the ceremony itself is 155 years old, and it's for the first ship coming in. But we've changed it over the years because since we have almost all year navigation, it's what we call the first salty coming in, and that means the first seagoing ship.
Oh, okay. Oh. Now, what people don't realize is the harbor behind you used to be full of salty ships. You know, Toronto was definitely a gateway to the rest of Canada as well.
Prior to aviation.
But we still have some shipping, some salty shipping in our harbor.
Oh, yeah, and it's very important to us. We have steel coming in. We, of course, have sugar here in Redpath, you know, and it's the best way to get a product up here to Toronto, especially a big bulk product like sugar. If we had to bring sugar up from Montreal, if they unloaded there, it would be 650 big trucks for every one of these ships.
So what you're saying is the salty bring in a lot of sweet. If only that hat can talk. Talk to us about why it's so important to carry on this tradition.
Well, it's important to carry on the tradition. It gets everyone into the mood. We got the navigation season coming. We're excited about it. We want to see, again, people come down to the waterfront here and take a look at the ships that are into port. It's a vibrant part of our Toronto waterfront. It's a historical part of the Toronto waterfront, and it's something I think both tourists and citizens alike want to come down and see.
So the Federal Rito behind you, I presume, is the first salty. Tell me a little bit about that ship.
That ship came all the way from Guatemala through the Panama Canal and all the way up here on an 18-day voyage to bring up this sugar.
Are you allowed to place the hat on your head, or is that against tradition? Are you? Can we see it on you?
Well, you know, you can, but here's the thing about the hat.
What?
It's like 200 small. Years old. People are a lot smaller than
if you know what I mean. Heads. What's the deal with that?
It's very hard to jam it on the head. So, and we don't like to put it too much on the head because, you know, people use hair products, and this is now, you don't handle it without a glove. This is getting to be pretty much an antique.
Very Alice in Wonderland of you. Thank you so much.
Angus Armstrong talking to us from the Port of Toronto this morning. Thank you, Angus.